Hello, today I'll be presenting you Autism Spectrum Disorder, aka ASD, the presenter me. Let me give you an introduction of ASD. First of all, ASD is a developmental disability. It has no distinct features. It is complex and lifelong. It typically appears during early childhood. How does ASD impact a person? It impacts how you make relationships. It affects behavior and self-regulation, also communication and social skills. What does spectrum mean? It's a range of symptoms. ASD can range from gifted to severely challenged, as you see in the photo on the left. Level 3 is severe and level 1 is high functioning. Some may need less help and some may need more, such as you see on the figure on the right. Level 1 is high functioning and level 3 is needing substantial support. And it begins in early childhood and lasts throughout a person's life. Next slide. All right, so now let's go back in history of ASD. These two gentlemen you see are the biggest contributors to ASD. On the right, Leo Cranner contributed with his research. Leo, a doctor, observed children who thought they were mentally retarded but noticed the children had difficulty with speech and social interactions. The children showed repetitive behaviors, had difficulty with transitions, and some had regression in skills they had already obtained. On the left, Hans Asperg, a pediatrician who studied children who had social and behavioral problems. But these children did not display difficulty in speech, language, and independency, and had no lower cognitive abilities. Asperger's research made tremendous difference in how we view and understand ASD today. Now let's talk about the symptoms of ASD, which is typically shown before the age of 3. Here is an example of the range of symptoms provided by the CDC, which contains intelligence, social interaction, communication, behaviors, sensory, and motor. These symptoms vary to each. One of the most common symptoms is social skills, such as avoiding eye contact, prefer to play alone, avoids or resist physical contact, and more. Another symptom is communication. 40% of children do not talk at all, and 25 to 30% have some words at the age of 12 to 18 months and then can lose them. Others may speak later in childhood, and some can speak well. Examples of communication issues are delayed speech and language skills, echolation, repeated words, and do not pretend play. Another symptom is unusual interests and behaviors, such as they can have obsessive interests, flap hands, rock body, or spin self in circles, known as stimming. They can also have symptoms of aggression and hyperactivity, impulsivity, and unusual reactions to the way things sound, smell, taste, look, or feel. Diagnosis. The CDC lets us know that ASD can sometimes be detected at 18 months or younger. By the age of 2, a diagnosis by an experienced professional can be considered very reliable. Mostly, many children do not receive a final diagnosis until much older. Ethology. Where does ASD stem from? We don't know all the causes of ASD, but there may be environmental and biological factors. such as genes, genetics, children who have siblings with ASD, individuals with genetic or chromosomal condition, such as Fragile X syndrome, tuberous sclerosis, prescribed drugs such as valproic acid, thalidomide during pregnancy, and older parents. Demographics. So the stats. So 1 in 54 children are diagnosed with autism. Males are 4 times more likely to be diagnosed than females. And 3.5 million plus individuals are on the autism spectrum in the United States. Treatment. There's no cure for ASD. First of all, there's no cure, but there are several treatments and interventions that may reduce symptoms, improve cognitive abilities, daily living skills, and maximize their ability to function and participate in the community. There are treatments in behavior and communication approaches such as applied behavioral analysis, speech therapy, occupational therapy, early intervention, physical therapy, and cognitive behavior therapy, and more. Medicine. There is no cure. There's no medicational cure for ASD, but the NHI, National Institute of Health, says that the FDA has approved the use of some antipsychotic drugs, such as risperidone and aripiprazole, for treating irritability associated with ASD in children between certain ages. All right, so it has come to the end. To sum it up, ASD, autism spectrum disorder, is a developmental disability. It ranges from different symptoms, and it's unique to every case. Right now, we don't know the exact cause of ASD, but early intervention is successful. And thank you so much for being aware and listening and getting knowledge of autism spectrum disorder.